Bleach was never designed to kill mold. That is not an opinion. That is the documented limitation of sodium hypochlorite printed in the EPA's own guidance, confirmed by OSHA's remediation protocols, and quietly acknowledged in the fine print of every major bleach product label sold in America. Bleach kills mold on hard, non-porous surfaces: tile, glass, metal. The surfaces where mold is not a serious problem. On drywall, wood, grout, ceiling tile, the porous surfaces where mold actually lives and spreads bleach cannot penetrate. The chlorine stays on the surface. The water component soaks into the material and feeds the mold below. The surface turns white. The mold underneath continues growing. And in 2 to 4 weeks, the same black patches return to the same spot, and you reach for the same spray bottle again. That cycle is not a mold problem. It is a product problem. And the $1 solution has been sitting in the laundry aisle 3 feet from the bleach spray the entire time. Borax, sodium tetraborate, a naturally occurring mineral that penetrates porous surfaces, destroys mold at the cellular level, and leaves a residue that prevents regrowth permanently. Professional mold remediation companies use borax-based compounds as the active ingredient in treatments they charge $1,500 to apply. The EPA's own research documented that a borax solution completely inhibits mold growth. OSHA updated their mold remediation guidelines to move away from bleach recommendations and toward borax-based alternatives. And the $1 box in the laundry aisle has been there the entire time you were buying the $8 spray bottle that was never going to solve the problem. This is the forbidden grid. They buried the science. We dig it up. If you have mold in your bathroom, basement, kitchen, or anywhere in your home right now, drop the word mold in the comments. Subscribe and hit the bell. What comes next will permanently change the way you look at every bleach spray you have ever bought. Here is the product limitation that changed everything once I found it. The Clorox company, manufacturer of the most widely sold bleach products in America, submitted documentation to independent laboratory testing, confirming that their bleach products are effective on hard, non-porous surfaces. Their words: hard, non-porous surfaces, tile, glass, metal, not drywall, not wood, not grout, not ceiling tile, not the bathroom wall where your mold keeps returning. The limitation is not hidden. It is in the testing documentation. It is in the EPA guidance. It is in OSHA's updated mold remediation recommendations, which specifically moved away from bleach-based treatment because bleach cannot reach the mold root system in porous building materials. What bleach does to mold on a drywall surface is chemically identical to what bleach does to a stain on a shirt. It oxidizes the pigment, it removes the color, the surface looks clean, the organism underneath is completely intact and growing. That is why the same mold returns to the same spot after every bleach treatment. And that cycle, spray, white, wait, repeat, is worth billions of dollars annually to an industry built entirely on a product that was designed for disinfecting hard surfaces and was never engineered for the porous building materials where household mold actually lives. But before I show you what actually penetrates those porous materials and what it costs, you need to understand the chemistry that makes borax do what bleach cannot. Because once you understand that, the spray bottle under your sink is going to look very different. Quick note before we continue. Borax is a naturally occurring mineral compound that is safe for household use. However, keep it away from children and pets during application and until surfaces are fully dry, as it is toxic if ingested. Do not mix borax with vinegar. Borax is alkaline and vinegar is acidic, and combining them neutralizes both compounds, making neither effective. Use borax in water only as described. For large mold infestations covering areas larger than 10 square feet or mold associated with water damage or flooding, consult a professional. Structural moisture issues require assessment beyond surface treatment. Borax has been used as a preservation and antimicrobial compound for over 4,000 years. Ancient Persian and Egyptian records document borax as a treatment for preventing organic matter from decomposing, used in food preservation, wound treatment, and material protection across civilizations that had no synthetic chemistry available to them. The mechanism was not understood at the time. The results were. In the early 20th century, the 20 Mule Team, a borax company, began large-scale mining and distribution across the United States. By the 1940s, borax was documented in industrial maintenance manuals as the preferred mold treatment in food storage facilities, hospital laundries, and commercial kitchens. Environments where mold control was critical and where chemical safety around food and patients was non-negotiable. Hospital maintenance crews chose borax over bleach, not because it was cheaper, but because it worked on the porous surfaces of hospital environments without producing fumes and without leaving behind the residual chemical hazard that bleach creates. Then in the post-war economy, the consumer cleaning products industry introduced bleach-based sprays in convenient packaging at mass market price points. Products that showed visible results instantly. Products that turned black mold white on contact in a way that looked like complete elimination. Products that required repurchase every time the mold returned, which was every time. The professional mold remediation industry, the companies that charge $1,500 to $30,000 to remove mold from homes, has known the borax limitation of bleach since their industry standards were written. Their professional protocols reference the EPA guidance. Their technicians are trained on the difference between surface disinfection and root system elimination. They know that the $1 box in the laundry aisle is the active ingredient in the compounds they apply professionally. And every year, American homeowners spend billions of dollars on bleach spray cycles, spray, white, wait, return, repeat. Because the gap between what a professional remediation technician learns in training and what reaches the person standing in the cleaning aisle is the gap that keeps both industries profitable. Stay with me, because what I am about to tell you is the part that gap depends on you never calculating. Here is the revelation. Borax does not just kill mold on contact. It leaves an alkaline residue on the treated surface after drying. That residue maintains a pH environment of approximately 9.3 on the treated surface. Mold spores require a pH environment below 8 to germinate and grow. A borax-treated surface is chemically inhospitable to mold spore germination, not for hours, not for days, but for as long as the alkaline residue remains on the surface. Bleach leaves no protective residue. It evaporates completely within hours of application, leaving the surface chemically identical to an untreated surface, clean but unprotected. The EPA's own research confirmed this distinction. A borax solution inhibits mold growth on treated surfaces. Bleach does not. One product removes visible mold and then leaves. The other removes visible mold and stays behind to prevent it from returning. That distinction, residue versus no residue, is the difference between the $1 permanent solution and the $8 bottle you buy 12 times a year for the same problem. And that distinction has been documented in publicly available EPA research for decades. Before I show you the exact application process, there's one technique that determines whether the borax penetrates the mold root system 3 inches below the surface or stops at the visible colony on top. Every person who has applied borax and seen partial results or mold return missed this single technique. Pay attention to what comes next. One compound, one ingredient. Borax sodium tetraborate, sold as 20 mule team borax in the laundry aisle of any grocery store or hardware store for under $5 per box. One box treats your entire home multiple times. Mix 1 cup of borax with 1 gallon of hot water. Stir until completely dissolved. The solution is ready. Step 1. This is the technique that determines your result. Do not dry brush or wipe the mold surface before applying borax solution. Disturbing an active mold colony before treatment releases millions of spores into the air of your living space. Apply the borax solution first always. Let it work, then address the surface. Brushing or wiping before treatment is the single most common mistake in home mold treatment, and it turns a contained surface problem into an airborne one throughout your home. Step 2. Apply the borax solution generously to the affected surface using a spray bottle or sponge. Saturate the surface, do not mist it. For bathroom tile and grout, allow 10 minutes contact time. For drywall and painted wall surfaces, allow 30 minutes. For wood surfaces, allow 1 full hour. The alkaline solution needs this contact time to penetrate the porous material and reach the hyphae root network below the visible surface colony. Step 3. For surfaces with deep penetration drywall that has been damp for extended periods, wood with staining below the surface, apply a second coat immediately after the first has been absorbed without rinsing between coats. The first coat opens the surface pores. The second coat follows the same channels deeper into the material. Step 4. After the contact period, scrub firmly with a stiff brush using circular motions. The scrubbing works the borax solution deeper into grout lines and surface cracks, while mechanically removing the dead surface colony. Wipe away loosened material with a damp cloth. Step 5. Do not rinse the treated surface. This is the step that makes the treatment permanent. The alkaline borax residue that remains as the surface dries is the ongoing protection that prevents mold spore germination. Rinsing removes the residue and removes the protection. Leave it. Let it dry completely with the residue in place. Step 6. Sealing application. Mix borax solution at double strength 2 cups per gallon. Apply directly with a spray bottle and allow to drip and run across the sealing surface. Apply a dampened sponge immediately after to work the solution into surface texture. Allow 30 minutes contact time, then gently wipe with a damp cloth without scrubbing. Do not rinse. The double-strength solution compensates for the reduced mechanical pressure possible on sealing surfaces. A property manager in the American Northeast documented borax mold treatment across 41 rental units over 4 years beginning in 2018. The units had chronic recurring mold in bathrooms and basement area surfaces that had been treated repeatedly with bleach spray by previous tenants, with mold returning within weeks every single time. The property manager switched entirely to borax solution treatment in 2018. 38 of the 41 units showed complete mold elimination with no recurrence during the entire 4-year period. 3 units showed mold return. All 3 were subsequently found to have active water infiltration from plumbing leaks or foundation issues requiring structural repair. The 38 units with no structural moisture issue mold that had been returning seasonally for years did not return after a single borax treatment. Annual spending on bleach-based mold products across the 41 units before the switch was approximately $1,200 per year. Annual spending after switching to borax was under $40. The mold did not become resistant to the treatment. The treatment was simply the correct one for the first time. Everything I have just told you comes directly from EPA guidance, OSHA remediation protocols, and documented product limitations that are publicly available to anyone who searches for them. What I am about to tell you is not hidden. It never was. The question is only why it never reached you before today. Every bottle of bleach spray sold for bathroom mold comes with a limitation printed in the testing documentation. Hard, non-porous surfaces, not drywall, not grout, not wood, not the surfaces where your mold actually lives. That limitation has been publicly documented by the EPA, referenced by OSHA, and known by every professional mold remediation technician trained in the last 30 years. It never appeared in a television commercial. It never appeared on the label in large print. It never appeared in a hardware store display next to the spray bottle. Because the cycle of return is worth billions of dollars annually to an industry that depends on you not knowing that 1 cup of borax dissolved in 1 gallon of water solves the problem permanently on the first application. You know now. That is the forbidden grid. Subscribe and share this with one person whose bathroom mold keeps coming back no matter what they spray on it. Every share puts the permanent solution in front of someone who has been buying the temporary one for years. We publish forgotten survival science every single week. The grid is still live. We will see you in the next one. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. Borax is safe for household use when applied as directed. Avoid ingestion and keep away from children and pets during application. Do not mix with vinegar or acidic compounds. For mold infestations, covering areas larger than 10 square feet, or mold associated with water damage, consult a professional. Structural moisture issues require assessment beyond surface treatment. Results vary based on mold species, surface type, penetration depth, and application technique. The creator takes no responsibility for outcomes resulting from application of techniques shown in this video.